Hi, my name is Soji Ogunaike, and co-founder and chief creative officer at Rushing Tap Studios.
My name is Ayodele Shoyombo, and I'm the Chief Business Officer of POV Studios, owners of Rushing Tap Studios and Rushing Tap Productions.
Um, so about Cowbellpedia, my role would be executive producer as well as show producer and technical director. And it's been a wonderful ride. It's been a very eventful ride, eventful journey from the beginning when we started pitching to when we're selected as a production partner to now where we actually have started filming the show. So a bit of history about Cowbellpedia. Prior to now, there have been 5 seasons that have been produced, which went on break in 2019. And because of COVID and other things, it's just being um, relaunched now in 2023. And instead of a regular relaunch, the owners of the brand, Promasidor, decided to revamp the show entirely, essentially give it a whole makeover. So um, from the sets to the software to the gaming props to most importantly to the subjects being asked.
We brought back Cowbellpedia because it's our assets. We've run this for a couple of years now, and the last time we ran this was in 2019. 2020 we couldn't come back because it was the COVID year, and after that we decided to come back bigger and better.
We were tasked with revamping the game mechanics. So one of the things I was retained is the 60 seconds of fame, which is a very popular segment of segment of the show of previous seasons. Other things have been added, things like questions from Cowbellpedia, the dignitary shots, the zone of power, and even the bonus rounds. The chest of fortune. So these are the different things that have been added to it. So in order to ensure that the game software works seamlessly, one of the first things we did was to identify a gaming or quiz gaming company, which we did, and we partnered with Game Show Crew. They're based out of the Netherlands, and what we were using primarily is their software, their proprietary software, Quiz Express. So what we did was we also had to do a lot of customization in terms of the look and feel of the software, the branding, how it interacts with the game props, with the buzzers and the handheld devices. Those were a lot of things that we did, and it was quite a pleasant experience working with the guys at Quiz Express.
20 naira D, 100 naira. That is correct. Next question. If y a the square root of h and h equals to 16 when y equals to 9, find the value of h when y equals to 27, a 13, b 12, c 169, d 144.
And they made it a seamless journey for us. Another thing we did was identify educational partners. So this is important because one of the things we're doing this season is to organize a CBT, a computer-based test exam across the country, because it wouldn't have been possible to organize physical examinations due to the time constraints. So we partnered with Alpha One, who the guys at Alpha One used their proprietary software called Web Test, and Web Tests enabled us to organize these exams remotely, and it was monitored, at from Lagos across the different states across Nigeria where the exam was holding.
For Cowbellpedia, what we are doing is we are conducting the first level of shortlisting for the candidates. We had over almost 1,000 students across the country, and contrary, as against the normal practice that they would have brought everyone together to a central location to take pen and paper exams, we are conducting an online proctored examination.
This production that involved 132 kids from all over Nigeria and their guardians, parents, teachers. We were involved in the logistics aspect, we were involved in the welfare aspect, we were involved in the production aspect, we were involved in set building aspect, which involved dealing with professionals as well as artisans.
This is a very key component of the show because the brief was very simple from the client. I want a world-class show, and it all begins with a set. So we knew that we couldn't, use the usual set design guys. We needed to think out of the box. So one of the things we did is we partnered with Eventecture, who is a well-renowned event and experience design company. So they were able to come up with a couple of designs, and the client was able to choose one after a few modifications.
The design philosophy generally is taken from the brand elements of Cowbell. We'll be having two sets essentially. We have the lounge area and the game area proper.
Our major objective basically is to make this show bigger, more entertaining, and basically more inclusive. And also, we really need to make it more engaging for the viewers.
Hello to my lovely backstage host, Linda.
Hi, my name is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman, and I am the backstage host at the Cowbellpedia Secondary School TV Quiz Show. So my experience so far has been, it's a good and bad. No, not good and bad per se, like good and sad, because I have kind of clicked and connected with the kids, and when I make connections, some of them do not pass through to the quarterfinal, and it's sad to see them go because they are all sad.
One of the things we at Rushing Tap did was we introduced the backstage host, because it's one thing to have a quizmaster who barely interfaces with the kids directly, and it's another thing to have a proper host who has a warm, who has a warm reception to the kids. So we introduced the backstage host because there's a holding area.
So basically what we do at the backstage is we create situations that can a particular segment of the game when they get eliminated, and that is what brings us to the backstage. So all those bits are what the content director puts together to make the whole structure run smooth.
Hi, my name is Ebuka Obuchi, and I'm the Quizmaster for Cowbellpedia 2023. As you can see, we are having a lot of fun here. There's a lot of young kids who are a part of this experience so far. It's my very first time working with children for 17 years on television, but I've not done a show that has children on it, so this is a brand new experience for me.
It's definitely new. Working with kids for me is new because as a project manager, other projects that I've worked on have been largely with adults. So having to work with kids is something new for me and interesting, something I find interesting.
When we're tasked with managing 132 kids or teenagers, I knew that we had a Herculean task ahead of us. So one of the first things we did was we had to put together a contestant management team. So we have 4 contestants handlers whose only task is to ensure that the contestants are good.
I'm a mother of two, so I understand what it means for children to be emotional. You just have to always encourage them, let them know that they are loved. They are winners. They are winners. A lot of children entered into this competition and, you know, they were the top 132. So they just have to always know that. You keep ringing that in their heads that they are winners always.
So it allowed us see a whole array of how a production works.
It's amazing seeing the talent that these young kids and the ones that we'll describe as the future of Nigeria. It's amazing to see the talent that is on display today, generally throughout the show. I mean, they are extremely brilliant and they give hope in a generation where a lot of people, you know, are afraid of what social media is doing. These kids are amazing. So it's been an interesting experience.
Benga was able to, you know, work within our limitations in terms of equipment that we had available, was able to work within the timing, the studio spacing, and he made fantastic decisions in terms of how we're going to shoot the show, scheduling of the episodes, things like that. You know, it's only people that have that wealth of experience that can, you know, make those very timely decisions.
Basically, I think we have the best hands here from the director. I will categorically say, even though I've not told him before, that even from our first meeting, I was able to glean one or two things from him. Technical director is someone I've worked with for many years. He's very intelligent. He looks for innovative solutions to everyday programs. I'm sure there are a lot of firsts that probably he would be the one to tell you about how we've been able to produce this show. Then camera department as a whole, production managers, the line producers, everybody, we've been working like a well-oiled engine. So I'd say, yeah, working with this crew has been amazing.
My name's actually Godwin Ogene Emefe. I am the lighting director for this season, in charge of designing the light, execution, programming, and making sure everything looks good on TV.
My name is Abisola Mohamed. I'm the assistant content director and floor manager on the set of Cowbellpedia.
All right, my name is Oyemi Grishala. I'm from Brands Optimal Limited, and we are the agency in charge of the deployment and also fabrication of the Cowbellpedia Cafe. As we all know that inside the Cowbellpedia Cafe, different cowbell-centric mixes are actually made for children, right from the milkshake to the slushes, right down to the cupcakes. All of these are actually made from cowbell products.
The lights here and start the show on the main stage.
Okay, Japa.
The experience working with Russian Tap, you know, this is the first time Russian Tap is doing this. They're a new partner for Promasidor, and what we've done is we've tried as much as possible to bring in a lot of innovations, and they also coming on board as the first time. There were a lot of teething issues, but I would like to say, in spite of all the teething issues, at least we're able to shoot Cowbellpedia and end where we are.